In today's episode, Dominique asks, what type of remarketing are you using, or on which platforms have you been the most successful? So remarketing, the fine art of showing ads to people who haven't converted, on the surface seems like a pretty simple tactic, right? You show ads to people who haven't converted. The question is, what kinds of conversions? What kinds of people? Remarketing requires, like everything, a bit of strategy to it. Think about the things that a customer does, B2B or B2C, when they're not converting. What caused them to not convert? Was it that the offer was wrong? Are they the wrong person? Did the landing page or the creative not strike them? Did they get distracted while they were at their computer or on their phone and just forget? There's any number of reasons that people don't convert. One of the most important things to do is to try and figure that out. So to the extent that you can use exit surveys, re-engagement campaigns, reaching out and calling people to say, hey, not trying to pressure you into buying the thing, I just want to know why you didn't buy the thing, so that we can better tune our product development, marketing, etc. So that's step one. Figure out to the best extent you can the reason why. Because if the reason why is something that you can fix with operations, that then means you don't need to spend money on the advertising in order to recoup those audiences. Now, for remarketing itself, the best overall strategy is to think about remarketing in terms of three vectors, three different dimensions or factors that you can see in your analytics. First is conversion type. So this is especially true in B2B, but it's still true in B2C, particularly complex B2C. Conversion types. Is it a lead generation conversion? Is it a purchase conversion, like e-commerce? Is it a booking? Is it informational? Is it just transactional? Is it even just awareness generation? What's the conversion type? Because different conversion types obviously are easier or harder to win back. The more risk or the bigger the commitment of the conversion, the more likely it is somebody's going to bail out. Second, time. You need to have in your remarketing system the ability to track and remarket against time. The longer somebody has been away from the purchase, probably the less likely they are to buy something, and they may have already purchased something else that fulfilled that need. So you want to have that as a dimension. And the third, of course, is the audience. Who and where? Who are the people that you have not converted, and where are they? Take a look at your analytics and look at things like organic search, the Google ecosystem, and then the Facebook ecosystem. Those are sort of the two big platforms that a lot of digital marketers focus on is Google ads and Facebook ads. Look at your existing traffic. Look at your existing converting traffic in your web analytics and make the determination about where you get more of your converting traffic from. That's going to be your best bet for where you're going to run your retargeting ads. And if it's an even mix, then you're going to split your budget. What you want to do is advertise along those three vectors as far as budget allows. And this is important that you get the vector idea in, because it's not one of those dimensions. There's a very good chance that it's going to be a combination of those dimensions that determines what causes somebody to come back. So it could be somebody that is relatively low risk and recent to your site, but maybe the audience type doesn't matter. Or it could be somebody coming from Google and somebody who gets to like stage 3 of your purchase process. Whatever the case may be, you're going to have to do some analysis to figure out along those three vectors what's sort of the sweet spot where you can see these three factors are differentially impacting the likelihood of a conversion. Then you run your advertising along that. You target people who are at a certain point in the funnel, at a certain period of time, from a certain place, and run your ads against them. Generally speaking, you're going to want to, if you think about your operations funnel from almost purchased to who are you, you're going to run your ads with all of your spend, starting at the bottom until you hit diminishing returns for your lowest funnel audiences, and then moving up the funnel, spending until you run out of budget, essentially, whatever you've allocated upwards of the funnel. But you have to start at the lowest part of the funnel that you can possibly get to, because logically, if someone is almost committed and they just need a nudge, you're going to get a higher return on investment, a higher return on ad spend from that person at the bottom than the person at the top who's like, I don't even remember who you are or how I ended up on your website. So think about it along those lines. Most of this data is in your web analytics, particularly if you're using Google Analytics and you're using Google Ads. There really is no reason not to have access to all of this data. It is there, and it is very, very easy to get a hold of. Facebook is a little bit harder, but not a ton harder, because, again, Facebook wants to make it easy for you to spend money with them. Where Facebook gives you some advantage is that it has different properties, and it has and there are known behaviors. People do behave differently on Facebook than they do on, say, Instagram or WhatsApp or Messenger. And so you can retarget based on the audience's behaviors, the known propensities of people to behave a certain way on those platforms. With Google has such a massive footprint that it can be difficult to know how someone's behaving on the display network, the search network, YouTube, Gmail, all these different systems. That said, when it comes to retargeting, people have been finding very, very good success with RLSA and RLSA YouTube. RLSA means retargeting lists for search ads. Somebody types in a keyword that's related to your campaigns, and you retarget those people with retargeting ads based on their search history. If they've got high intent searches, particularly for competitors, there's a really good opportunity to steal some market share there. And then there's RLSA for YouTube, which is when you are taking that search history and then showing YouTube ads to those people on YouTube later on. It's like somebody searches for winter snow boots here in New England, where I am, and then the next time they're on YouTube, they see ads for your snow boots, reminding them, hey, it's about to get cold where you are. Buy a pair of our boots. Those retargeting vehicles have traditionally done very, very well for people. So there's a lot to unpack in a retargeting strategy if you do it well, but those fundamentals of conversion type, time, and audience really help you set your strategy well, and in some cases even dictate the platform. Worry less about the platform, worry more about, do you have the data to target the right audience that will give you your highest return on ad spend. Leave your comments in the comments box below. As always, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.